Okay. Hang on. Let me just, guys. What the hell? Thank you so much. Hi everyone. Good evening. Good morning. My name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Twitch Plays City of Mist. Our, I guess Twitch Plays TTRPG thing that we're doing. Guys, the hype trains. I understand it. I appreciate it, and you know I love you guys for it. Each and every one of you. But you know, I'm sitting here, I'm trying to get set up, and every time I'm hearing these ding, 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 because I can't turn anything off, and then I'm sitting there going freaking out, and I'm just, your love is stressful, and I love it. Thank you all so much. Hi, how you all doing? How you doing? Hey, Playnet Alex, so good to see you. Welcome in. So let's talk about what we're doing today. So today we're going to be playing a City of Mist game. What is City of Mist, you ask? Well, City of Mist is a modern day fantasy TTRPG set in the world of City of Mist, in which ordinary people are granted mythological powers from supernatural entities embodying myths, legends, and stories. We are playing the role of Francis Burke, a down-on-his-luck paramedic who is trying to set out upon the world, and, well, right now he's dealing with some pretty heavy stuff. So, this is part 2. Part 1 is available on my Twitch channel for the time being, and as always, it is hidden away and sequestered on the Dead Aussie Live YouTube channel should you want to watch episode 1. I'll make a playlist so that people can follow. But yeah, this is kind of it. But unlike a regular TTRPG where you guys sit and you kind of watch other people have the fun, you guys are actually going to be dictating the fun for today's game. Deciding what actions Francis is going to take, how he reacts to certain things. Last week we decided that we wanted to pet a pair of guard dog German Shepherds. Which explains why he looks like this right now. You know, and it's not me to tell you what you guys are doing. It just is what it is. So there you go. Beginning of the month, there's lots of resubs. Hope they're kicking it off the hype train. Aw, thank you, Nora. I hope it is. I hope it is. I hope there's lots of people who are enjoying this. Hey, Lou Boffin, coming in with a raid of 18 people. Well, it says 20 viewers, but 20 viewers, 18 people, however many of you are there are. Welcome in. My name's Michael, the Dead Aussie Gamer. We're about to start a Twitch Plays where you guys in the audience are going to be playing a character that we're going to be playing in a modern fantasy. Now, before I get started, I'm just going to close my door real quick, so hold on. Because my players hype trained me, my audience members, they hype trained me while I wasn't ready, and so now I've started my stream early, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, what the hell? And I need to thank you guys because you guys are awesome, and you guys are amazing. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, perfect timing, Lou. Also, I hope you're enjoying the Critical Role Legends of Vox Machina. I really love the series, so I hope you're enjoying it as well. You and Jared. All right. This is my drink. This is what I spat out. This is delicious lychee fizzy drink, and I spat this out because of your hype train and your love. So, you know, there you go. So let's talk about what we're doing today. So, to play this game, you guys in chat are going to be in control of the action. I will be playing the role of the Master of Ceremonies or the narrator for the adventure. But ultimately, we will be using polls, we'll be using votes, we'll be taking your suggestions to determine what Francis Burke does in the adventure. There are also ways that you can influence the course of the game as we play. The Stream Elements has just thrown out all of the stuff there. So for $5, you can give a power boost to our character. $10 makes me draw from a deck of plot twists. $20 is juice, which is kind of like a crit. It allows us to remove and add tags and stuff like that. $50 spawns a danger encounter. So there you go. That is fundamentally how you can influence the course of the game. Now, the way that City of Mist works is it is a 2d6 system. So if anyone wishes to, they can use exclamation mark 2d6 in order to roll 2d6 dice, which you may try out right now if you would like. These are used for any and every single type of role that we're going to be asking for. If you want to know how to play and what roles you can make, just on the other side of the story tags that we've been building is the how to play section. If you get a 6 or less, you fail. If you get a 7 and 9, you kind of hit, but stuff might happen. If you get 10 or more, that's a critical hit, and everything kind of works out there. Nemo, I didn't forget this time. The problem is, and I'll do it right now, the problem is on this layout, Phantom gets very chatty, and he blocks everyone if I put him places. See, it's kind of like it's very tricky for me to put him places. I'll put him there for now. I think there's nothing really there, so there you go. You can go there. All right. So yeah, that's how you play it. That's what we're gonna be doing. Who's ready to kick this off? Let's get started. All right. First, oh yeah, right. Of course, can't forget everything. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, please go and check out our dear friend Lou Boffin, a wonderful streamer from South Australia. If you don't know who it is, go check out our special guest appearances. She has helped us on a number of amazing shows. We recently did a she's recently had a few interviews and talk shows with a few friends of mine, such as AJ Winters, Robert Hartley GM, and more. And helped us out with GaryCon. So, awesome stuff happening over on Lou Boffin's channel. So go be sure to give a follow and share all of the love. No worries, Noria. Noria, please be wonderful. Please be safe. I know you are already, but wherever you are, just stay that way. And, of course, another quick shout out to our sponsors for today, which, of course, are Hero Forge for the amazing artworks that you can see over the course of the stream, Sirenscape for our beautiful sounds that you will hear as we play, and, I can't say Fantasy Grounds this time because we're not really using Fantasy Grounds, so there you go. Whew. All right. There you go. You guys have me rattled, and I'm now ready to roll. So without any further ado, let's recap what happened last week to our dear Francis. Now, Francis Burke is a paramedic in the city. He works the late shift along with his compatriot Adam. He spends most of his days living out of a small one-bedroom, one-main room apartment in the noisiest part of the kind of slovenly blue-collar district. There he was he was asked to kind of he was drowning his sorrows. That's right. He was drowning his sorrows in a small watering hole when he noticed a sprawled out number scratched into the bar. Upon calling the number, he found out that a woman was in desperate pleading for her life, asking for help from a voice that she didn't know. Francis couldn't let things go idly by and used his wits and his investigation skills to locate a small neighborhood where he believes the woman to have been held captive. After investigating the small series of apartments and meeting some of the locals, also having a run-in with some of the police, it was learned that a man with a large and bushy beard seems to be the prime suspect for what might be a kidnapping of sorts. You've seen this large man not only go into the house where you believe this person, who I believe you guys know as... did you identify her name? No. No, you haven't identified her name. But I believe... What information did you guys get? I've got it over here now. There it is. Boom. Yep, no, you don't have any information on her name, so there you go. Now, you don't know who this mysterious girl is, but you know that this big, hairy brute of a man went into a nearby unused construction site in order to, do something mysterious late at night. You caught the scent of a female's perfume on him as he walked past you in the hall, and you managed to evade the police eventually after a unwarranted approach of this person's apartment. You then narrowly avoided being taken into the police station. However, that following night, you revisited the unused construction site. Francis, determined to find this girl, made his way into the compound and was beset upon by dogs. German Shepherds, which mauled poor Francis, giving him mauling 3. And yeah, thankfully, you managed to put these 2 dogs into a pacified state with some morphine from your medical kit. As you entered... Here we go. As you entered... Okay, there we go. Hopefully that's now coming through. Beautiful. As you entered the small demountable, there was a smell in the air of rotten wood soaked and swollen. In the center of the room, a woman lies, unmoving, her eyes open in a visage of terror, and the center of her chest cracked clean open. Now, what you'd expect to see is blood, gore, organs, but none of that. Just wood and splinters. It appears that beneath the skin is nothing more than a wooden puppet. All right. It is here that our adventure continues. My God, what? It's a rift. This woman must be the person who called me. Francis moves over to the body. While it may seem silly, he leans down and checks the pulse of the woman, realizing immediately that she is cold to the touch. And though her skin looks soft and pink, it's nothing more than a shell, and almost has a very, very thin wood grain barely visible to the eye. As you cast your gaze down over the body, you begin to use and tap into your mythos' power. Your eyes turn black and green as you begin to process what has happened. Large axe marks along the center of the chest. Defensive wounds on the forearm. No blood. It seems as though there was an exchange. A fight broke out. The wounds on the hands were fresh, but then a single strike to the chest knocked her off balance. She was still not down. 4 more strikes to the chest before she stopped moving. Another final blow. This is what caused the cave-in. You think to yourself, this can't simply be an accident. And if the signs of struggle were as violent as this room would suggest, then how could no one know what had happened here? How did no one in the apartments hear the sound of this person? A lot of questions bear answering. For now, however, you are in the Demountable, an office of a foreman. You can kind of see that they've got plans for a building within the plot of land that you happen to be on. You can also see that there are notes, dates, times, work schedules, rosters, a small coffee machine in the corner, along with a little drinks fridge. Most of the paperwork on the center table has been thrown off to one side, quickly picked up and gathered in a pile, not yet organized in any particular way. The body is still here, though. No sign of the assailant, no sign of the murder weapon. What is it Francis would like to do at this point? Now, we have a number of options here. Having discovered the body, we could search the body itself. But who knows exactly what this might entail. Hi, Petiola. New subscription. Thank you so much. You are a bloody legend. All right. Here we go. Manage poll. New poll. Okay. Murder most foul. All right. Search the woman's body. Search the cabin. Leave the office. Go home. Go to hospital. All right, we got 2 minutes up on the clock to decide what we are going to do. The scene is yours, ladies and gentlemen. Take your pick. What do you guys want to do? Is she beyond medical help? Yes. Right now, the body itself is lying still and motionless on the floor, and there is a large hole in her chest. There are no organs or bones or anything on the inside. It looks as though she is a very well-made marionette, but like uncannily human. In fact, if you didn't look really close, you would barely be able to notice the wood grains on her otherwise beautiful skin. Her actual appearance, just for the sake of appearances, is that of a red-haired woman. She has freckles on her face and wears a green university kind of like student, like college student kind of attire. So it's like kind of shirts with like patterned and symbology there. You could see that she's wearing a mid-length skirt. You think that maybe she would have had like a purse or a backpack or something, but by appearance she just doesn't seem to have one. So it actually could have been turned into a coffee table. Well, if she was, it's only partway done. No blood, unalive. Get the Whittler. Is it time for us to head home soon? Are we exhausted yet? Well, currently we have the mall condition. Let's have a look here. So what do we have? Yeah, we've got the mauled condition. I guess we should get exhausted one. Yeah, sure. We've got exhausted one as well. There it is. All right. Clues. Let's have a look. What other clues do we have? All right. Body found in office. Woman dead. Body made of wood. Axe. Murder weapon. No, actually, murder weapon in brackets. Axe. All right. Oh no, you did find out. Her name was Dot. There it is. Her name was Dot, was the woman you were looking for. All right, search the cabin is the roll. So we are going to do an investigate check. So ladies and gentlemen in the chat, please roll me 2d6. So exclamation 2d6 in chat, and then I will roll to see what we get as we search the cabin. All right. Coolio's got some good numbers there. Let's see if we can get a couple more. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And do we have a 6? Yeah, even if we don't, that's fine. Yeah, of course we get it. All right, we got a 6, which is McBluff with a roll of 7, which means we managed to succeed. Now, because we're searching the cabin, we don't really have anything in our story hooks that will help us search the cabin. So we don't get any bonuses, but we also don't get any minuses. Although, that being said, ooh, that'd be kind of fun. Let's do that. I'm going to use the haunted by a ghost attribute. So now you can see there's a weakness called haunted by a ghost. What I can actually do here is I'm going to give you guys a clue that you can claim at any point in time to have a answer just given to you. You can have it. You can ask a question and it'll give you a straight answer. However, this is going to happen first. All right. Now, let me get to here. There it is. As Francis begins to search around, he opens a few drawers. Pulling forth, he kind of sees that this place has definitely been used as an office, right? Like none the different. However, you notice that one of the tables has recently been moved. Taking hold of the side of it, you pull backwards. The creaking and the straining of the table scraping along the floor itself leaves scuff marks on the ground. There, you can now get access behind the refrigerator. You lie down on the floor in order to reach behind. As you do so, something seems to be standing in the window looking in. You lean down on the ground and you reach out. You feel something. A package. It's like an envelope or something. You pull it free and now hold it in your hands. What's this? You look on one side of it and then the other. The yellow packet doesn't seem to have anything marked on it. Do you open it? You push the table back before dealing with this thing. You look up at the window once again. There is no one there. Looking back down to the envelope, you tear it open. And inside is a phone. You quickly flip open the phone. You see that there are a number of details here, contacts, the like, and you look at its most recent calls. It's your number. Your number was the last one to call this phone. Do you have a flashlight? Yes. This must be her phone. You look through the contacts. You can see another number here. There is a person called Mr. G, and there is another person called the landlord. So let me write this down here as far as stuff to go. Mr. G. Mr. G and landlord. All right, there you go. All right. Now, at this point, your stalker senses begin to go off, which is this one here. You look out the window. You don't see anything, but you get a sense that something or someone is watching you. Byron Rock has a good idea. You take the phone numbers and you copy them over into your phone. You then fold it back up, place it back in the envelope, and put it back behind the fridge before you leave. Now, is there anything else anyone would like to do before they leave this place? You can, of course, still investigate more. If there's something you'd like to question or ask, again, don't forget that we now have a clue on the list. So if you want to ask a straight question, you can, and you will get a straight answer. Can you do a mental scan of the stalker? You cannot see the stalker. That is our weakness of our ability, is we must be able to see... we must be able to target one person. So we have to be able to know where this person is. We only get this sense that we're watching. Investigate more. Okay. We can investigate a little bit more. Let's make a investigate check. We'll make another investigate check here. Oh, actually, no, we got Byron Rock. Okay, cool. We got a couple of votes here. So let's do a vote here. That's perfect. I love options. Options means we get to vote. Okay. Do we have time? Search the body. Get the hell out. Look for purse, wallet. Hide. Run. No, that's already there. Take the phone back and leave. All right, there we go. Poll is up. I want to leave, but like super carefully. Get the hell out sounds not careful enough. I mean, I'd say that get the hell out would be like cautious enough. It wouldn't necessarily be blindly running, right? If we get into a fight now, we're dead. Well, while we are waiting for those to come up, let's talk a little bit about how one dies in City of Mist. Now, over here we have a tracking card, which you can see down the bottom on the screen. When we hit a condition of 6, that is when our character becomes debilitated or incapacitated beyond belief. If it's, so for example, if we get exhausted 5, we'll fall unconscious. Once we get exhausted 6, we are out, we're dead. Much like we've been mauled. So right now we're at mauled 3. If we get mauled again, then yeah, we're gonna fall unconscious and maybe die. But if we get shot, that won't necessarily be us being mauled. That'll be us being injured or being, wounded or whatever, which is slightly different. The penalties stack, but ultimately we won't die quite so quickly. So we might be able to go into a fight a little bit. I mean, a little fight, not a big fight. All right, we got a pretty even spread with a couple more going for getting the hell out and searching the body. All right, we still got an even split. Where do you guys want to go? Okay, we got 1 for search the body. Perhaps a fight with a kid. All right, looks like we're going to search the body. All right, searching the body it is. Now, you try to remain as respectful as possible. Obviously, this child was once someone's child, and you don't necessarily want to disrupt or disturb the body too much. You lean down and you begin to search, starting with her pockets. Her jacket pockets don't seem to have anything. You move down to her skirt. The skirts don't have pockets, but there's often a small interior pouch that is used for money or something. You kind of lift the skirt belt and you feel around inside for that pocket. What you find is a literal stick of lipstick. It's a bright red color, and it seems to have something written on the side of it. It seems to say the word, the Cashmere Lounge. It's almost like these are gifted or given away for people and clients. So now we get to add the Cashmere Lounge to our story list. All right, let's see how much of these we can actually get rid of. So we started in Big Sal's. We got the phone number, which was Dot's phone number. Found. So we actually, so there you go. We found the Escapilius symbol. We helped a drunk, which we can actually burn that tag at any point to get the drunk to help us out if we need to. We got a phone call from Dot. We found out she was trapped. We heard the big footsteps. We found that he was at Deadman Alley Apartments. He was apartment Baum 1900. He was in apartment 1900 with Baum being the name. Suspicious man with a beard was seen going into the construction site. Sent to the perfume on him. We escaped capture from police. Found the body in the office. Identified the murder weapon. Got the 2 numbers. Feel like we're being watched. And the Cashmere Lounge lipstick. Alright, I think we have all the story tags there. Boom, there they are. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Alright. Child wearing lipstick. She's young in the sense of, she's 16. She's still a child. But a teenager. So, still, lipstick and stuff like that, not uncommon. So, expert skirt knowledge. Well, I mean, if I'm incorrect, someone can correct me, but I know about this because I am very cautious as a human being, and I know all of the little secrets of clothing. Ha 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 ha. right. So, having found the lipstick, you take it and you put it in your pocket. You then begin to make your way outside of the office. You step out into the dark. It's a short jog away from the office to the main street. You still get this sense that something or someone's watching you. The two dogs, still fast asleep from the morphine that you'd given them, don't impede you as you leave. I've got a bad feeling about this. Frankie boy, what have you got yourself into? You make your way into the streets. You feel the brush of something, a cold wind, right next to your ear. You turn, but nothing's there. My mind's been playing with me. I've been awake for too long. Taxi! You flag down a taxi and make your way back to the streets and back to your home. All right. Okay. The next day, morning kind of creeps in. The windows are very, very bright. You awake to the sound of the phone ringing. Now, because you are resting, we are taking an action which is basically just the like a rest action or a montage. This is us taking the time to rest and recover. Because we have done so, I'm going to burn the tags that we have, or at least some of the tags that we have. We are going to lose exhaustion, so we are no longer exhausted. And we're going to lose 1 step of our maul. So we've only managed to barely treat it. Oh, you know what? We are medically trained, so let's remove 2. Let's say that we treated our wounds, we bandaged them up, we did a good job. So we're still kind of sensitive, but not overly injured. All right, so there we go. So he's doing pretty well. Okay. Did we see if anyone followed us on the ride home? No, you did not seem to see anything or anyone following you as you returned home. You're awoken to the sound of your phone ringing. Let's see. Is that going to work? Nope, maybe not. So yeah, the phone is ringing. Do we want to answer it? All right, phone call. Oh my God. Ooh. You hold onto your arm where the dogs had bitten into you. I'm coming. Oh, Jesus. I mean, I don't even know why I'm yelling. They can't hear me. And who has a landline? You make your way over to the phone on the wall. You pull it off the receiver. Hello? Frank, it's me. It's Adam. Adam. Oh, hi, dude. Man, where were you? What do you mean? Dude, you missed your shift yesterday. I covered for you saying that you called in sick, but, you know, I don't know where you were, man. I didn't know what happened. You hadn't called. You hadn't said anything. I mean, last you were asking for like, weird favors. I mean, what's up with you, man? Your head starts to throb. I'm sorry. Yeah, something came up, and I kind of got caught up in things. I'm okay. Man, are they mad? Mad? Bro, They are so angry. They're talking about like putting me up with a new partner. There's this new girl. Her name's like Dr. Leanne or something. Yeah, she's really nice. She went on the ride along with us. And wait, Dr. Leanne? You remember meeting Dr. Leanne as a resident back when you were en route to become a doctor. She was an intern, and she's kind of a know-it-all, like to ask a lot of questions, that and the like. Dude, I'm so sorry. Yeah, thanks for covering for me. I'll come in at some point. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, man, no worries. Listen, just if you need help, let me know, man. Like I'll be there in a second. Yeah. Okay. You kind of go quiet and then hang up. At this point, you go back to your bed, and it almost feels like it's worth going back to sleep. When, as you sit down on your bed, you reach behind you, and you feel something in your bed next to you. You touch it, and you feel a curved body behind you. What do you do? Remove the covers, back away, and shout. Calmly back away and address and speak. Get the hell out. Or go back to sleep. Leap out. Pee a little. All right. What do we do? Oh, also, Jaeger, I believe. I need to know, did you want a plot twist from your earlier donation? That happened during the, while I was on the away screen, so I didn't get a chance to address that. But we can do a plot twist now if you like. Let me know. Or you can give 2 power-ups if you want to give 2 power-ups. Power-ups are also good. What do you mean silence wizard? There's no silence wizard. Get out of here, you. Silencing me. Not silenced. You're silenced. That's on your end. Okay, good. All right. Is that too long? It is 2 minutes, right? Calmly back away and speak seems to be the prevailing one. So let's do that. Anonymous plot twist. Okay, let's see. 1. Oh, this is beautiful, actually. 2. 3. All right, Jaeger, your choices are save the day, parting of ways, or an unwelcomed arrival. All right. Unwelcomed arrival, save the day, or parting of ways. Probably close that in too. All right. As you back away from the bed, you clear your throat. You do it slightly louder so that the person can hear. All of a sudden, you see the lump in your bed suddenly start to stretch and move outwards. As it begins to sit up, you notice that a androgynous humanoid form seems to sit erect on your bed. The blanket shrouded over their body, revealing that they are disrobed beneath. A short-cut hair of bright pink seems to dress the top of this individual, and you notice something very peculiar. On the back of their neck are wood grains, almost like knot holes that you can see, kind of grown around the around just kind of the skin around the shoulder and the neck that you can see. Turning to face you, we can pay for more votes. What kind of democracy are we running? It's the same one as we usually do. It's all commerce and economy. The rich get what they want. Sorry. Harsh. Is this our apartment or Mr. Edgar's apartment? No, this is your apartment. All right. Who the hell are you? The person turns to face you. You're not quite sure if they're a boy or a girl. Again, very androgynous looking. Could be male, could be female. Very effeminate features. They turn to you and say, who the hell are you? And you turn and you say, I'm asking the questions here. You're in my apartment. I've never seen you before. Who are you and how did you get in here? How did I get in here? Oh, you brought me here. I most certainly did not. Look, I went through a lot of stuff yesterday, and I know I drank a lot, but I'm fairly sure I came home alone last night. So don't try and pull one on me. Did you break in? Did you climb in through the window? Did I leave the window open with the cat? The cat jumps in from the window and lands on the bed. It begins to curl up and purr next to this individual, who then begins to smile softly as they pat the cat. Who are you? I don't know. I think I'm lost. You think you're lost? You think you're lost? What do I do here? Okay, at this point, what do you do here? Do you want to kick them out? Make them coffee? Ignore them and carry on your day? Investigate? Or... yeah, I guess those are your choices, really. So there you go. All right. Votes are on the board. We'll do it in medical check. Will be the investigate as well. So if you're investigating, then we'll go into you doing a medical check. Yes, she is also not a Neko girl. Again, we also grant power boosts for anyone who can guess what mythos certain people have. Give them clothes. That's actually a good idea. Regardless of the actions, I will say that that Francis will, of course, provide some clothes. Very thoughtful, Sardak. What do we do? Make them coffee. Everyone wants to make them coffee. All right. Yeah. All right. I forgot the go back to sleep option. Look, Francis isn't that kind of guy, you know, like Francis may not be a gentleman, but Francis definitely isn't the kind of person to just go, whoop, well, all right then, and then crawl back into bed with someone he doesn't know. Plus this person is quite young. You can't tell how young, but again, 16, 17, 18, it's in that danger range for poor Francis, so he's not going to do that. So, Francis sighs and realizes that this disrobed person is likely not a threat. Well, I suppose... do you drink coffee? I don't know what coffee is. I'll make you a coffee. You make your way over to the kitchen and start to make yourself a cup of coffee and make one for the young guest. So, you have no memory of how you got here. Do you at least know your name? They take a moment. I think my name is Dot. With that, you suddenly spill the coffee into the sink. realizing this person has the same name as the person you were looking for. But that can't be right. The person you were looking for died. You saw her last night. You saw her with a cavity in the chest. And she looked nothing like this person. No, that's impossible. Uh, do you know how you got here? Like, where are your parents? Or, I don't know how I got here, and I don't know where my parents are. I think someone was chasing me. Someone was chasing you, yeah. And if someone was chasing you, why would they? What would they want from you? I remember that someone said that I needed to be looked after, and that there would be a man that might be able to help me. They said I could find him at the. They said I could find him at a small bar. I remember going there. I remember waiting for a long time, and he never showed up. I remember leaving. And then I remember not being able to breathe. Well, that's freaking terrifying, you say as you kind of prepare your next cup of coffee. You make your way over and hand it to her hand it to them along with a set of clothes, shirt, pants, etc. They're all a little bit big. He says, "How old are you?" I don't know. What time is it? You look at your clock. It's like 10 a.m. It's been 10 a.m. You've been sleeping for so long. It's 10 a.m. Maybe 4, 5? 4 or 5? What, like 4 or 5 years old? You look really old for that, no, hours. I'm sorry. I could have sworn you just said hours. Yeah. No, I think I have. I've only been awake that long. At this point, you turn your gaze, not realize. Well, you're pretty confident this person is likely a rift like yourself. Danger, but still worth investigating. You begin to look at her with your eyes, trying to do a mental body scan. As you do so, you realize from top to bottom, this person resembles a hollow tree. You see the layers of bark, you see the layers of wood, and on the inside, completely empty. No heart, no lungs, no organs, nothing. You do notice that around the center of the back, a little lower than the shoulders that were revealed to you before, is a large gaping cavity, a large hole. Yes, the bar incident was 2 nights ago. Well, yeah, it was 2 nights ago. But you found the dead body last night. Someone got swallowed by a whale. Maybe. Could be Pinocchio. When is Adam off his shift? Can he come over after work? Yeah, we can find out. Let's put that as a poll before we make that happen. Yes. No. All right, there we go. Listen, I don't know what I can do to help you. I don't even know who you are. I don't know why you're looking. Because a friend said that she seems nervous. Her voice gets caught in her throat. Francis says, "Look, you can trust me." You pull over her chair and you sit by the bed as she begins to, she dresses herself while you're turned away, and then you turn back and sit by the bed. Look, you can trust me. I know the city can be very scary, especially as it's very hard to find good friends. What did your friend say? My friend said that this man would be able to help me, that he had the power to help in the matters of life and death, but not with magic or with the powers of the rift, but with skills. I have seen your photo in the paper. They say you saved a woman that was beyond saving. Francis feels this heavy lump in his chest sink to his feet. I don't know what you're talking about. You know, it was you. I remember. She looks around and she tries to find a newspaper. She can't seem to, so she grabs at your phone. You reach out and you're like, "Hey!" She begins to and type on your phone, and eventually pulls up a picture of your photo, in with what looks to be a photo of a woman. Right here. It says, local hero brings back car crash victim from the brink of death. Couldn't be reached for comments, but some say that this nameless paramedic was this woman's guardian angel. This is you, right? I don't know what it is, but we can tell. We can tell when we're involved. When people with gifts are involved. Francis snatches the phone out of her hand. You don't know what you're talking about. Look, when I said I could help you, I mean I could, like, I don't know, give you some cash and send you on your way. I don't know what you want from me. Please, listen. Some bad people have hurt a friend of mine. I've been trying to help them out of a bad situation. But every time I get close, She leans down and she says, "I need your help because no one else can help me. I'm stuck. And so long as this person continues to be a threat, I might die again and again and again. And even though I may not be able to die, I still know how much pain every single time it happens, how much it hurts. I need someone who can kill an immortal. And I figured what better place to start than someone who can bring back the dead." At this point, you like basically just lose the plot here. Hearing her mention that you have brought back the dead triggers a flashback. Now, flashback scene. New poll. I want everyone in chat to think of a... Actually, you know what? Let's use this to get rid of the mall. That's going to be nice and easy. There we go. So we're going to get rid of the mall tag. So flashback scenes pump up our juice and allows us to do cool things. So we're going to give ourselves some juice. And we are going to burn a couple of tags here. The being watched tag. We're going to burn up the police officer. Construction site. Suspicious bearded man. Keep him. Apartments. Footsteps. Woman trapped. We don't need those. Drunk man. Yep. Don't need those because we found her. And don't need big cells. There we go. Cool. So here's the flashback scene. You hear the sounds of sirens blaring. As they do so, you're trying your hardest. Hearing the sounds of, let's see, where are they? Here we go, sirens. All right. Hearing the sounds of the sirens in the ambulance. Wow, this is a bit too dramatic. Let's dial it back, guys. Thank you. Let's try this one. How's that? Is that a good one? We'll set the right vibe. Not quite. Let's go with Music for Desperation. I like that. What's that? Well, the wrong sirens, but all right, last one. Sorry about this. Oh, here we go. Beautiful. All right. You hear the sounds of the ambulance. As you're inside, you're frantically watching the monitors next to you. You watch as this very, very weak heart signal beep, 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 continues to blare. A woman, literally covered in wounds, broken bones, and lacerations, lies on a gurney. You're supposed to hear things? Oh, you are. You are. Have you not been hearing things? Oh, my lord. Hold on. There we go. Hopefully you guys can hear that. All right. So, as the woman lies there, Adam is driving, and you are in the back with her. She's got an IV directly in, as well as an emergency blood pack. You kind of hold her hand as she's in and out of consciousness. Her eyes flutter open. You look over and you say, ma'am, listen, you've been in a horrible accident, okay? You just need to stay calm. We're en route to the city hospital right now. She tries to speak, but the oxygen mask over her mouth seems to prevent her from talking. She suddenly coughs, and a spray of blood hits the interior of the mask. Oh my god. There's blood in the airways. You remove the mask and see if you can actually locate the bleed. You take your eyes and you begin to look over her body. I need everyone to roll me 2d6 as you perform a medical scan over her. You are trying to save this woman's life. So exclamation 2d6 to take your roll in, and then we'll find out which one of us gets it. Alright, we got a couple here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Alright, we got some good ones. There we go. Just one exclamation mark. There it is. Welcome in, Justin. Nice to see you. Welcome. My name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and we're playing City of Mist. Alright. Alright, so that brings us to... there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Odd Bandicoot with an 11 and a critical hit. We also have our mental body scan, our medical training, surgical expertise, so that's your 3 points there, which brings our total to a 14, which means we critically succeed. As you take the mask off, you notice that the bleeding that has happened has started filling her lungs with fluid. Very rapidly, you reach into your kit and you take out these massive syringes. You inject her into her chest and you begin to draw the fluid before she suffocates. Without getting enough oxygen, she's in a lot of trouble. And once you clear out some of the blood, you then need to be able to tend to the bleed. You look as carefully as you can. You are technically, as a paramedic, supposed to take them in. Performing surgery in the back of an ambulance is impossible, but you know that she will die if she doesn't receive aid right this second. Our critical hit, you manage to take what's like kind of this compacting foam that basically creates a thin protoplasm flesh and inject it directly into her lungs. You know, because you can physically see where the scar is through your x-ray vision, and you seal up the wounds from the interior. These are only a temporary stopgap, but with the blood now stopped, you put her back on oxygen, and she begins to breathe easily once again. As you arrive, they begin to take her into the hospital. A couple of doctors are by her side and rushing in. One of the other paramedics says, "Dude, I have no idea how you did that. I was sure she was a goner." Yeah, I'm sure she was too. Well, you make your way into the hospital. As you do, you begin to check out and hear a fire engine swooping past. Thank you, Sirenscape. When I said emergency sirens, I didn't mean all of them. Alright. As you head into the hospital, you check in and make sure that all the paperwork is filled out. As you're doing it, a man steps out. He throws something into a nearby bin. It's a pair of gloves. And as he does, he says something to a nearby nurse. They mention that the Jane Doe that had just been picked up didn't make it. You stop for a moment and think, is that my Jane Doe? Is it the one a woman that I saw? She was fine. She was stabilizing. You see the doctor head back into the back, and you follow, sticking your foot behind the door before it shuts. Adam sees you and goes, "Dude, what are you doing?" It's like, it's fine. Just, I'll be a minute. You jump in. You can see several large areas in the ICU, which is just filled with people, injured people from the car crash that you had recently come from, and others who had walked in, some with gunshots, some with other issues. You start to look around, and eventually you see her. You catch a glimpse of the woman that you were helping. You recognize her because she was wearing a Perigold shirt and long red, bright red and floral skirt. As you approach, you have a look at her, and your heart stops. Her face is identical to Michelle, your wife, who 6 months ago perished in a boating accident. You were there. You saw her die. This can't be her. Her eyes are closed. She's on a breathing apparatus, and her heart is getting weaker and weaker. You step forward, and you look at her. This can't be happening again. This just can't be. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, what do? We have a choice. This is a figment of our imagination. We could walk away. We have to do something. The doctors don't know what I know. Perform surgery here on the bed. Yes, this is a flashback, by the way. Unleash. Well, it's not hit with all you got. It is. Sorry, one moment. We can. Here we go. Player moves. We can stop holding back. Or we can take a risk. Actually, taking a risk is really performing the surgery, but yeah, that's fine. All right, there we go. Poll is up. Release the Kraken. Release the Kraken. Perform surgery. Alright, alright. Hi, Eric. What does stop holding back entail? It entails using our powers in a way that isn't necessarily on our sheet here. What it might mean is it may mean burning a card, burning an ability. Because this is a flashback, we won't actually be burning the card, but we will be burning another card, which may give you a bit of a hint as to Francis's mythos. Ooh, it's pretty close. No one wants to walk away, so that's kind of promising. But we got 1 up on performing surgery. All right. Also, if anyone wants to know what I'm drinking, it is called Ramune. It is it's basically Japanese lemonade. This is lychee flavored. Love lychee. Music is a bit overpowering. I can turn it down. There we go. All right, let me know how that is. Okay, so I need the audience to roll 2d6 as we take a risk. We are going to try and perform surgery on this woman. We have to save her life. I mean, even if she didn't look like Michelle, there isn't any way we can leave her like this. Oh, the music's barely there. Okay, hold on. Oh, I think it's because the music wrapped up. Yeah, I really need to sit down and learn the Sirenscape soundtracks a little bit better. I'll get there. I promise. All right, let's try. That has to be a good one, right? Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Rolling our dice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Noria coming in with our 11. I swear I'm rolling these and you guys are just picking the lucky ones. So Noria, with your 11, surgical expertise for 12, medical supplies, medical training, medical license will actually come in handy here. Your mental body scan, so that's a +5, so that is a 16. That is an epic success. When taking the take a risk action, I believe, if you get a 10 or plus, you manage to do the task. So you sit there and you begin to perform the surgery. You bark orders, you yell, you get some of the nurses to provide you with the tools you need, and you sit there and you cut this woman open, literally while you're there. Her heart stops mid-surgery. But you don't bat your eyelids. You take the heart in your hand. You begin to manually beat it, while you continue to again, just repair the lungs and repair the damage. As this happens, people are just unable to help you, not because they can't or they won't, but because they simply just can't perceive or can't understand how you're doing what you're doing. The Dean of Medicine is not nearby, but is hearing word of what you're doing. This paramedic who's coming in and performing surgery in the ICU, not even in a clean room. The running the risk of sepsis and all these other things. There's people yelling and people shouting like kind of behind the scenes. But sure enough, with sweat dripping down your brow, you finish up the surgery and you look with bated breath. Clear! 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 You breathe heavily and turn to the stunned looks of onlookers. Adam's there as well, holding a burrito that's mostly frozen. The Dean of Medicine looks at you, but not with happiness or with relief, but with anger. You threw everything away that day to perform surgery, unconsented surgery. The legalities of what you had done run so deep and so far that you were taken off any hope of leaving or ever becoming a doctor or reinstating your medical license. We return now to the modern day, to where you are. You turn around and said, the last time I helped someone, it got me into so much trouble that I'm now stuck in a 2-bedroom apartment trying to mix coffee into my breakfast cereal in order to get by on another day. Why would I risk anything to help someone I don't even know, who just broke into my house? You watch as their eyes start to tear up in this mysterious house guest of yours. Look, it's not that I don't want to help, but I don't know how or why you think that I could kill an immortal. Then come with me. At the very least, I can show you what I'm talking about. I don't know. All right, what do we do? With the mysterious guest, give her some money and send her on her way. Agree to help. Tell her to hit the road. Investigate more. Or Adam arrives. Because you've called Adam. You've sent Adam a text message asking him to show up as well. No consent from an unconscious. Doctors don't give a shit. We operate. Yeah, well, I mean, sad but true. Sad but true. I'd be like, damn, son. All right, what does our mysterious guest do? All right, we're looking at agreeing to help. All right. At the ER, obviously. Who is Adam? Adam is, your best friend and paramedic. Would it be odd to send her away before we can knock our heads together with Adam? Would be odd. I mean, maybe. Might be odd. Maybe not. Might be perfectly sensible. Alright, looks like we're agreeing to help. So. God help me. Fine. I'll hear you out. But we're not gonna do this here. You need to understand this is not something I'm skilled in. I'm not a cop. Okay? I'm just some guy. No, you're more than that. I feel it in you. I know. I know that you can help. Alright. Dot. Also, you could say, where do you want to go? Well, there's a place that I work. It's called the Kashmir Lounge. It's run by a sleazy man by the name of Cheshire. My friend, she owed the Kashmir Lounge a lot of money and had been working hard to try and pay them off. I think Cheshire knows about, well, the guy who's after me. But he won't sell his information for cheap. But I have nothing to give. I don't know if there's anything I could... It's okay. Look, Maybe I have a friend of mine. Maybe he'll be able to help us out. And maybe we can just, I don't know, talk to this Mr. Cheshire. See if we can convince him to tell us something. Who knows? A lot of people tend to open up when they have their own medical problems and a doctor walks in. As you leave the apartment, you lock the door. They come with you, and you notice something almost immediately. Behind this person's tail, behind this person is a tail, a fox tail specifically, that seems to sweep across the floor. You try to ignore it. This is the polite thing to do for most rifts in the city. You lock the door and you follow. Eventually, you reach the bottom floor, and you could see there's this large man who's kind of got these big jowls, kind of covered in warts, like, you know, just kind of this greasy, slime-ridden dude. And he says, "Mr. Francis." Yes. Hello, Mister. I should give you a name. Mr. Buffoniday. You're late on your rent. Yes, sorry about that. I'm just, And who is this, a lovely young woman? This is my cousin. Yeah, she's just visiting from out of town, and, oh, how wonderful. Does she have any money? No, I'm afraid I'm going to be out helping her find a job today. Yes, well, make sure she finds a job that's a little more paying than yours. Can't have you constantly missing out on rent day. Yes, quite funny, Mr. Buffoniday. Well, I'll be seeing you. You kind of have to awkwardly move around him. He doesn't really move from the staircase landing, and you head out into the streets. As you do so, you hail down a taxi and ask where to go, or where this lounge happens to be. Alright. The streets of the city during the day are quite busy. There are many cars moving through the streets, and traffic is quite abysmal. You can hear the sounds of cars honking as you know, they're trying to get through traffic as best as they can. Eventually, you can see further up ahead. There's a series of what do you call it? Like long kind of walkways that lead over a causeway. she says, we can probably take a shortcut through across the bridge if we don't want to wait for the traffic. What do we want to do? Getting to the lounge. Stay in the taxi. Take the shortcut. Walk. Yeah. Stay in the taxi, take a shortcut, or walk. There we go. Those are our options. Hey, Hester. Thank you so much for the sub. Welcome in. Welcome in. It actually startled you. Oh no, it's the landlord. Run away! It could be the landlord. Is there a fox in Pinocchio? There is a fox in Pinocchio. Trying to figure out the girl's mythos? There you go. Hey, Crimson Rockstar! What's up, my friend? Good to see you. Welcome in. Long story short, our guy, Francis, or your guy, should I say, because you guys are playing him, has been swept up into this situation where he was called on the phone by a woman he didn't know to help because someone's chasing them. He looked into the matter and eventually, after some kind of flips back and forth, found a dead woman in a abandoned building yard, having been chopped apart by axes. However, her body was made of wood. The next morning, you went home and you found a woman made of wood that was in your bed. It didn't look like the same woman, but she claims to be the same woman. She has a foxtail, and she has asked for your help, that there is an immortal killing her over and over and over again at a place known, some immortal that you can't really identify too well. But the owner of the Cashmere Lounge, a man by the name of Cheshire, will be able to maybe help us find this murderer. And maybe Francis will be able to help stop him and his relentless reign of terror. So there you go. All right, we got some close votes here. We got to walk. We got to take the shortcut. How do we know it's actually her? Because she said her name was Dot, and she had the memory of waiting in the bar for Francis. So that's basically it. Oh, how do we know it's her? Yes, how do we know it's them? It's very true. It's very true. They are a they, them. Take the shortcut. All right, taking the shortcut it is. Just over the bridge? Yes, yeah, no, it's just over the other side of the bridge there. All right, well, let's make it happen. You pay the taxi and you get out. You begin to walk across the bridge. As you begin to make your way there, the bridge itself, passes over the overpass. You can hear the sounds of the blaring of the road and the streets below, and you can see that there's graffiti kind of tagged everywhere. You realize very quickly that you are actually coming into a rather miserable section of the city. This place is kind of run down and kind of just smells like alcohol, piss, and weed. As you make your way forward, you can see that further up ahead is kind of the alcohol, the kind of entertainment district, as it were. A large man sort of sits on the bridge, and he seems to be holding out like newspapers, I don't know if you guys have this in the US or anything, but we have guys who like hand out newspapers and stuff like that, like just on corners of streets and things like that. This dude looks maybe like 6'6". This pretty large dude. And yeah, he just chilling out there. As this dude stands there, he seems to gesture at you and say, would you like a newspaper, sir? No, thank you. Much obliged, but no. I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist. You crossed the bridge, so you need to buy a newspaper, I think, to help start your day, I reckon. Okay, a bit unusual, but what do you guys think we should do? Should we actually, hold on. Oh, we're not broke anymore. We got rid of the broke condition. So we could still buy a newspaper. Tell him to piss off. Run. Or punch him in the face. There we go. Got a bunch of options there. All right, what do we want to do? What do we wish to do? All right. Ask him if he wants a hug. Everyone wants to buy a newspaper. Smart. Smart choice. All right. Okay. There we go. Done. There we go. All right, we got a good one here. Buy a newspaper. So, you move your way over, and as you do, you say, "Yeah, no, of course, I'll take one, please." He reaches down, he hands you a newspaper. As he does so, he takes the coin and puts it into a small fanny pack on his chest. He says, "Have a good day, sir." Yeah, thank you. Weird. As you begin to look into the newspaper, it just seems to tell you about the day's events and the like. You know, you kind of read up and you learn a little bit about the city and what's going on. Eventually, you come to a large lounge. There you can see the front door says closed, and on the front it says the Cashmere Lounge. Moving up, you check the door. The door is open. You let yourself in and begin to walk into this very dimly lit nightclub. You see that there is just this absolutely awesome looking. There is this absolutely incredible nighttime kind of vibe that's here. The lights, the music, the stage. You can see several like lounges that are kind of set with these massive hookahs, big bottles with large pipes attached to them, and in the center, a dancing stage with a stripper pole. No one's here at the moment, save for a man behind the bar who seems to kind of take notice of you coming in. As he does so, he kind of shoots a look towards the backstage area. Are they moving pictures in the newspaper? Because that would indicate something. No, there aren't any moving pictures. The same brand as the lipstick? Yes. Also, yes, because, sorry, just to give everyone a bit of a hint, yes, that other guy was a troll because it was a troll bridge. And that's what they had to cross. Now, as you make your way here, you hear a voice coming from inside. Darling, is this... Are we doing this all over again? I mean, every single time you try to restock the alcohol supplies, we always end up running out of the chartreuse. And I've got to say that you cannot have a party without chartreuse. Now, at this point, you are greeted by the heavenly visage of the following woman. My, darling. Now, why didn't you tell me we had such a handsome and scrappy-looking guest? How may I help you? Hi. I'm sorry. I'm here with my friend. We're looking for a Cheshire. Oh, now, why would you want to play with that silly cat when you could play with me instead? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Scarlet Rose. Pleasure. She gestures. Do you wish to take her hand, or do you wish to let her be? All right. So our options for this choice are to take her hand, to refuse her hand and question her, to leave, to search for Cheshire, or to ask the bartender instead. There we go. Okay. Bye, Petiola. No worries. We'll talk to you very soon. And also, I do remember that we do have to talk about other things as well. All right. Is it just me, or is that really taking a long time? What time of day is it? And when is our next shift? Next shift is tonight. It is currently midday. Yeah, it's currently midday, and the shift is in a few hours. So like maybe 8 hours, give or take. Is she the Red Queen? Maybe. Maybe. Alright. Then we need a short rest before work. Alright. Very well. So, taking hold of her hand, you say, a pleasure to meet you. My name is Francis, and it's really important that we speak with Cheshire. We think that perhaps the young girl's life might be in danger. In danger? Now, who would want to harm such a pretty little thing? She seems to kind of recoil a little as Scarlet Rose reaches. Well, that being said, we really should be speaking with Mr. Cheshire. Is he not in? Oh no. Cheshire's in. He just likes to take his time getting ready for the day, if you know my meaning. Okay, well, do you know when he'll be available? Oh, in a matter of time. Why don't you take your time, just let your hair down and relax. Get yourself a drink, and I'm sure he'll be here momentarily. If it's all right with you, I just have a couple more questions. At this point, we are going to get you guys to roll a investigation check. So exclamation 2d6. Also, hello Zachary. City Mist, my friend wants to run the new Cyberpunk Kickstarter. It is really good, and if you haven't checked it out, the Cyberpunk Kickstarter has also just released their playtest rules. So if you want to check that out and do that now, or do it at some point, yeah, feel free. Okay. Also, for anyone wondering why I'm being so quiet, those of you who have watched my channel for a while would know that this silence is often accompanied by my incessant need to perfect things on Hero Forge, which is our lovely software that we use for character art, which I am just finishing up the character art for our wooden woman. Which is just about done. Oh, thank you so much. I can't believe I've just been rattling on. First of all, Zachary, thank you so much for joining us. I don't know how long I've been muted. But yes, the game is really easy. 2d6 system. You have a bunch of actions and tags that boost up your stats. It's really easy to learn. All right, so for those of you who were wondering why I was silenced for so long, as you know, I like to build Hero Forge minis. So now I have officially a miniature for our friend Dot, who I need to rename Dot NPC and Scarlet Rose. All right. So we've asked Scarlet about Cheshire. She seems to be quite insistent that he's not ready to come. You look over at Dot, and Dot seems to be very nervous. Francis says, what is it? I don't like this. Scarlet works nights, and well, she doesn't exactly, like run the place. Cheshire's in charge, and she doesn't really have the authority to tell us that he won't see us. I don't know what's up. Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe he's in a meeting. What do you think we should do? All right. Finding Cheshire. Ignore Scarlet and go back. Wait here. Talk to bartender. Threaten Scarlet. We're gonna go with a 1 minute poll on this one. There we go. 1 minute poll. Alright, so what should we do? How do we find Cheshire? Talk to the bartender, talk to the bartender. Send a text to Adam about we're not home. You send a text to Adam telling him that you are not home. Who is Dot? So, looking over here at the story tags, I'm going to run you through the story as it's been. At first, we were at a pub when we received a phone call. We found a scrolled over note, like, written on the bar. It's come from some random person who apparently was looking for Francis. Upon calling the number, we found out that it belonged to a woman, we don't know who, and she was currently in danger. We found out later that, through investigation, that she was in danger at the Dead Man's Alley apartments. We found out that she was in an apartment 1900, and that a suspicious man with a beard was hounding her. We found the body of the woman, who we identified as Dot, in an old abandoned construction yard. We found out that she was murdered by an axe, having chopped her apart, but her body parts were made of wood rather than flesh. We also found her phone, which contained the numbers of someone named Mr. G and the landlord. We also found a cashmere lounge lipstick roll, and Dot is now, well, in the morning, Dot arrived and was in our bed. We don't know how she got there. She has been kind of vague on the matter, and we are now helping her try and find out who is hunting her. Which reminds me, I should probably add that as well. Someone hunting Dot. All right. My former landlord owes me money, and I doubt I'll ever see a cent, but I find it entertaining. Oh, the wooden woman is Dot. Yep. Yep. Not a worry. There we go. All right. So what are we doing with Cheshire? I didn't see the result. Talk to the bartender. All right. Making your way over to the bar, you can see that a bartender, a reasonably unassuming individual, seems to be washing mugs. He sees you and he says, "Hey, how's it going?" Yeah, no, doing good. Listen, we're trying to get in to see Cheshire, and you know, the lady's saying that he's unavailable. Yeah, he's in a meeting at the moment. Do you know how long that meeting's gonna be? What's it to you? What do you wanna see him for? Well, truth be told, I don't quite know yet. All I know is that this young lady's in trouble, and all of a sudden there's a crash on the inside of the inside of the office. What was that? The bartender gets up and immediately moves around back. As you follow, which I presume we will, you tell Dot to stay here. Behind the closed doors, you can see that like there's basically this series of like clothing rooms and stuff like that, and a glass cabinet has been thrown out into the foyer. There's a man with a tuxedo that appears to be kind of crawling backwards and away. You hear the sounds of a deep, heavy-set voice. I don't care who she was. I don't care if she was your cousin. You were supposed to be meeting me for dinner. And you watch as this huge, ham-fisted, chest of drawers suddenly flies towards the man crawling away. Now listen, darling. I can't stress this enough. She meant nothing to me. She was my cousin. I swear. I've had enough of your lies. And another like large, heavy briefcase flies towards him. He says, "Look, I'm not going to abide this kind of tantrum any further." Tantrum? I'll give you a tantrum. He, unfortunately, is not quick enough to dodge as another chest flies at him, this time hitting him square in the face. Now, the person that you see as you are a rift actually does not seem to have a nose or a mouth. Instead, they just seem to have a like kind of almost like a it's almost like a face mask, as it were. As he looks in your direction, he says, "Well, don't just stand there. You're going to offer a little help? Or just gulp?" The bartender quickly moves and says, "Okay, now listen, Delilah. Delilah, we've talked about this. You need to do your breathing exercises." Breathing exercises? Breathing exercise. No, I gotta get the right voice right. Breathing exercises. I've had it up to here with breathing exercises. That swine, I think she can get away with using me. I am more than just some cheap floozy to parade around on his dance floor. You're not a cheap floozy, hun. You're beautiful. You're a wonderful human being. You just say that. You're always defending him. And with that, she swings a huge fist, which collides with the bartender, sending him flying across the room. All right. At this point, the scene is yours. What do you guys wish to do as this woman looks like she is going to be encroaching upon this dapper young man? All right, let's get some votes. What are you guys going to do? Expensive Lucy. Literary reference. Hey, how many people in the room? 2 and the bartender joined in. Yes, that is correct. All right, head refers to the page. Is there a poll? There's no poll yet. I'm just taking suggestions. What do we do? Do we want to interfere? Do we want to like leave her be? I mean, what do we want to do? Any suggestions from the audience? Otherwise, we'll just keep sitting and watching. Any thoughts from our audience? Watch the interaction. All right. Okay, we're going to keep watching. Offer to buy her a drink unless she owns the place. She doesn't own the place. Offer a drink. Watch. Let her beat him up. Fix later. Heal. Heal him up later. All right, there we go. All right, votes on the poll. Let's see what happens here. All right. All right, there is the gentleman. Leave the throwaway credit card in the bar and go to town. All right. Coming in the last moment, let her beat him up, and then heal him later. All right. So that is exactly what happens as this woman steps out. Now, this woman that stands in front of him is not a rift. It's just a very big, meaty woman. You know, she could see that she's wearing stockings. She's wearing a bathrobe over the top of her very voluptuous body. And as she does so, she moves over and she basically just clobbers this guy like square in the face. He's like, "Please, honey, I swear, I just." It's like, "Enough of this. You're gonna get what's coming to you." Oh, yeah, and you just watch as there's just these fists are thrown. He's like thrown against one of the walls. After a couple of minutes, she kind of calms down enough. She says, "I'm leaving. You need to find yourself a new stage act." And she's like, "Please, darling, I swear, it's just..." "No. I am woman. I am powerful. And I'm strong. And I do not need you and your lecherous, cheating ways." And she picks up and she drags the suitcase out. And as she steps out into the street, you hear the sounds of a car horning as she moves past. And she's like, "That's right!" And she like perks up her breasts and says, "It's all real." And then flips him off and then carries on down the street. A rift is a person with supernatural or magic powers granted by stories or mythos. That's what a rift is called. Francis moves over and takes a look at this guy. His lacerations and that are pretty bad. So let's make a change the game. So we're gonna make a change the game roll here. So 2d6 from the audience as you attempt to heal this poor guy and bring him onto your side. Let's see what happens. I've got the hiccups now. Why? I don't want hiccups. Go away. Lord Gazumba, busy getting son ready for soccer. Nice! Have fun at soccer. It's also good seeing you, mate. Hope you are having a splendiferous day. Alright, we got a couple of numbers here. Let's see what happens. There we go. Alright, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is KB Well 15, who has gotten a 11. Wow. I think this is like the third critical hit you guys have done this game so far. And you know what? I wish I had a dice cam because I could show you this is exactly what I'm getting each and every time. All right. Well, it's not difficult. You guys are a doctor, and you managed to perform surgery. As he's being patched up and the like, he says, "Oh my God, thank you for your help. Do I know you?" No, you don't know me. My name is Francis. This is well, my friend is actually has a couple of questions for you. A couple of questions for me. Well, I mean, oh, wow, you've actually done a pretty good job on this. I must say. Um, I mean, oh, I don't know what help a simple proprietor like me might be, but perhaps I may be able to be of some assistance. Actually, I know this is going to sound strange, but my friend thinks that someone might be after her. A man with, I don't know, an axe. His face goes dour as you mention that. A man with an axe, you say? Well, then you're after the woodsman, son. And if you're involved with the woodsman, then you can count me out. Wait, what do you mean the woodsman? The woodsman! You've not heard of the woodsman story? I mean, you refresh my memory? The woodsman. Little Red Riding Hood, man who shows up, cuts open a wolf, fills its stomach with stones, casts it into the river, blah, blah, blah. No? I mean, yeah, but isn't the woodsman a hero? Ha! The woodsman a hero. Well, some might think so. The woodsman is an unsung hero. Sometimes those are more dangerous than regular heroes. Did you know the woodsman is in more than one story? Yes, no. Anytime a person needs a hapless fool to sequester away a princess but get none of the credit, well, forget about Prince Charming. That's your woodsman. A person who had once upon a time even found themselves saving none other than the likes of Sleeping Beauty. Not Sleeping Beauty. Was it the Beauty? No, Snow White. Yes, that's right, Snow White. Yes, when the queen asked the huntsman to cut out her heart and bring it back, well, the huntsman cut out the heart of another creature. This was one in the same. You mean the mythos, right? It's. I mean, you know of the rifts. You know of what they do. You keep calling this man the woodsman. Oh yes. It is as you suspect. This individual, the woodsman, is an avatar. He is not just some trifling person dabbling in the art of the rift. No. This person has been granted almost full anonymity, awoken as the story itself, so to speak. And he's not as pleasant as most people would like to think. Surly drunk, actually, mostly violent, taking most of his anger out on, well, you guessed it, women. He believes that women, in some way, shape, or form, slighted him. He often comes into the lounge in order to take his mind off matters, to have the princesses show him what he deserves, the kingly treatment, as we say. Yeah, I know the guy. He's a real piece of work. But why would your friend be after him? Well, silly as it sounds, my friend's being hunted by him. Hunted? Hunted? By the woodsman? I mean, he's kind of creepy and a bit weird, but I mean, I wouldn't say he'd hunt people. What does he look like? Oh, well, I mean, about 6'4", big bushy beard, walks around with an enchanted axe. I mean, it's not hard to miss. The description sounds exactly like what you remember from the guy who you saw coming out of the apartment. Well, do you know where I can find the woodsman? Well, most of the time he's over at his apartment in Dead Man's Alley. Alternatively, he does spend some Saturday nights over here. But he does have a watering hole that he goes to on occasion. It's a little shithole called Big Sal's. Do you know the place? Too well. I guess we should go and have a look. But listen, do you think the woodsman's capable of killing people? Killing people? I mean, we're all capable of killing people. Aren't we? He looks you up and down. As these eyes kind of stare at you, you notice that his pupils are kind of purple. It's very strange and unsettling. And as you take these words in, he says one last thing. Now, I don't know what your business is with the woodsman, or if he's out for these accusations, but if I were you, I'd get as far away from this situation as possible. If that little girl's got problems with the woodsman, those don't have to be yours. Here. Something for the road. A little gift, should I say. And he hands you what looks to be a playing card with a love heart on it. He says, "You'll never know when you might need a little love." You look back and scan Cheshire. He seems to be fine. Again, broken bones and bruised. But despite the size of Bertha, who was the name of the performer who had left, she didn't hit any vital position. She wasn't actually trying to kill him, just, rough him up, which she did very well. Now, this gives us our item, Ace of Hearts card. Now, the suspicious bearded man, which we now know is the woodsman. Alright. We know that the woodsman is the one in charge. Heading back to Dot, we need to decide. Do we tell her? Do we let her know that that the woodsman is the one who's after her? Do we keep it to ourselves? What do we do? Let us take a vote. All right, there we go. So dealing with Dot. Hey, Duke of Doom, nice to see you. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. What will be the price down the road? One wonder. That's true. Is the bartender name is Russell? It can be Russell. I like it being Russell. Tell her we gotta leave and go back home. Yeah, the yawn got you. Sorry. It is encroaching on midnight. I'm gonna get us to our next checkpoint, and then we will be ending the stream. It's been a bit of a slow one, but only because, and I wanna share this with everyone. I have a big schedule coming up in May, with a absolute ton of fun, awesome, and amazing stuff for you guys. And I'll tell you all about it once we get to the checkpoint. All right. Dealing with Dot. Looks like we're going to tell her. All right. Dot seems to be waiting at the bar. The bartender, Russell, has stood back up and managed to make his way back over to the bar. Dot looks at you expectantly. So, what'd you find? Did he tell you about the... Yeah, no, he did. Listen, kid, are you sure you want to go down this road? I mean, we can go to the police, we can go to the cops, we can find someone. What did he tell you? Okay, listen. The guy who's after you, it's the woodsman. He's an avatar, a rift who's possessed by his story. If he's the one trying to kill you, he's after something, and it's likely because you're a... I'm a what? I'm a girl? Well, I was gonna say you're a rift girl, but I mean, yeah, in a nutshell. Well, I'm not a girl, that is. And more importantly, I don't know if that's why he's after me. The woodsmen were friends of the forest, and the stories don't match up. I don't know why he would be after me like this. My mythos was always kind to the woodsman. If he's doing this, there must be a reason. I want to go speak to him. You want to go speak to the woodsman? The guy with the axe who quite literally chopped you to pieces. You want to go and speak to him? Yes. Will you come with me? Will I come with you? Look, listen. There's no way. We should. You stop and you ponder. This is insane, right? Like, you guys can't just walk up to the woodsman and say, "Hey, why are you killing me?" There has to be another way. What do we do? Do we confront the woodsman? Convince Dot to go into witness protection? Do we, approach the authorities? Do we hide Dot? Oh, yeah, that's what we do. What do we do? So close from feeling level 1. Yay, nice. Nice. Wait, what do you mean? Hey, what? Why is there another hype train? No, stop it. I'm trying to end the stream. Don't you dare hype train me. Alright, we got half for confronting the woodsman and half for hiding Dot. Make us. There's no convincing a murderer with a target for women. It's a tough one. It is a very tough one. Seems too forward. How about high? All right. All right, we're going to confront the woodsman. All right. Taking a deep breath, you realize that there is no shaking what this woman wants. Or what this person wants, should I say. Sorry, my bad. My bad on that one. All right. But if things go pear-shaped, you must promise me that we're going to leave as soon as we can. Yeah, I understand. All right. Well, I guess we need to head to his apartment. Yeah. Our heroes make their way back across town and find themselves at Dead Man's Alley once again. Standing out the front, they can see that there are a lot of people still moving around the area. Some people like kind of remember you from the other day and kind of take on the, "Hey mom, he's back again," and like start a bit of a ruckus here and there. Moving quickly, you make your way to the door. There, Dot punches in a code, and the door opens. You get in the elevator and begin to climb. As you do so, the elevator reaches the floor that you need, opens up, and you make your way to the door. Last chance to turn back, you say to Dot. "No, I need to see this through. I mean, he had no reason at all to suddenly and so abruptly just turn on me and my kind. I have to know why." Okay. On the count of 3. 1, 2. You reach up and knock on the door. The door swings open. You both look at each other. That's really odd. You push the door open, and inside is a scene of chaos and anarchy. Tables are upturned. literally the fridge is open and food has been thrown to the floor. You can see that that furniture has been smashed to pieces. Even bits of the wall have been absolutely destroyed. You tell Dot to stay behind you as you make your way in. You have no weapon per se, but you always make sure to keep your trusty medical supplies at hand, including a syringe filled with morphine. You pull it out at the ready. Woodsman? Are you here? We only wish to talk. As you make your way further in, you see the bedroom. The bed itself has been destroyed. A wall now exists between it and the bathroom. You keep looking. You make your way towards what looks to be like a guest bedroom of some kind, maybe a theater room. And there, sitting on a kind of a lazy boy sofa, like kind of chair, is a huge masculine form, but with no head. Instead, the head lies on its lap. As you twist your position around to the front of the couch, you see that the mouth hangs agape, and then looks at you and says, "So you gonna stand there, or are you gonna actually give me a hand here? I mean, maybe it's just me, but lending a fellow a helping hand might help you get ahead in life." As the severed head roars with laughter, Francis lets loose a terrifying and slightly effeminate scream as we end today's session and prepare for next week when we return to continue the story of another decapitated. Yes, it is Murray 2.0. As we continue the story of our City of Mist adventure of Francis Burke. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. I hope you guys had fun. Thank you so much for the donations, for the bits, and for, of course, the hype train that left the station. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Okay, hold on. Let me write this down before I forget. Woodsman's house, upturned, headless, head chopped off. Woodsman, done. There it is. Boom. Is he really a horseman? He might be. Might be a Dullahan. Who knows? That might be his mythos. Maybe he had unlocked it. That's how kind of the mythoses work. Like, you might start as the woodsman and then find out when your head gets cut off. Actually, you know what? The headless horseman's story kind of gave you a thing. So there you go. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys enjoyed today's session. It was a little bit more of a quiet session than the last one, mostly because I'm still learning the system. I'm still trying to figure stuff out, and I'm of course still trying to figure out ways for the audience to really kind of engage and do some cool stuff. Thank you. It was fun, from world building and distracting. Yay! I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, you know, that's the idea of it. The idea is to like slowly but surely hone in and get better at the stuff that we do. I'm definitely going to start prepping a lot more of the Hero Forge minis and stuff like that. I might make that maybe I'll make that a goal for the Wednesday streams for a little while. Like, hey, let's make some characters for City of Mist. So I'm very keen on that. Yeah, thank you guys as well. I hope you guys enjoy the system. We will be back next week to continue. Wait, what's next week? Yes, we'll be back next week to continue. Now, here is a announcement list. So get yourselves ready, because we are in for a whirlwind of adventure. All right, here we go. On the Wednesday, the 4th of May, which of course is Tuesday for our folks in America, I will be on the Space Shark channel talking about world building over with them, along with the dreaded GM, Felix and Dingo, and I think who else was on that one? There was somebody else on that panel. Let me pull it up here. On that panel is here we go. Sabrina, Dreaded, GM, me, Robert, Dingo, and Felix. So there you go. So yeah, a bunch of cool people there coming to hang out and talk about world building. missed this week as I had a game to GM. Oh, hope you GM'd. Well, hope you did a good GMing thing. Let's see. Then I have a Hallmark Mother's Day game on the Dreaded GMs channel on May the 9th, which is May the 9th Australia, May the 8th folks in the US. It is at 9 a.m. my time or 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. Then on the 14th of May, we have Jasper's Game Week, the marathon game, which is a 12-hour game starting from May the 14th at 7 a.m. my time, which is AWST, 7 p.m. on the 13th Eastern Standard. It is a 12-hour stream that will start on Dreaded GM's channel, go to Robert Hartley's channel, then go to my channel. It'll be a not-to-miss massive marathon extravaganza, all in order to raise funds for charity for Jasper's Game Week, which is a suicide prevention charity. Very cool, very awesome stuff. In addition, I will be doing a World Anvil event, which will feature a contest winner who will be running a module for World Anvil, and I will be running it for folks, which will be great and fun, and over on the World Anvil channel. Then during the Jasper's Game Week, I will be running a game on Wednesday the 18th. There you go. So all of that stuff. Will there be a schedule in Discord? Dude, I wish. Right now. Oh, and I mean, I need to also throw in Quincy's thing, because we're also doing stuff on Quincy's Tavern, which I am now going to add to the list. Quincy's Tavern is on the Saturday, May 21st for the folks in Over East, and the 22nd for Maury, because that is when I do stuff. All right, there, that is it. I think. Anything else? Nope. That busy month, yeah. It is a crazy busy month. It's actually been a whole thing just getting everything kind of put together for what's going to be happening this month. So fingers crossed, everything's going to be good. Next you will see me is in 8 hours, where I will be returning for our Curse of the Crimson Throne. So be sure to check us out then. In the meantime, let's go raid someone. Let's go hang out with some cool, fun, and awesome folks. Who is doing stuff right now? Phoenix Cross. Phoenix Cross is up late if she is streaming. I feel like maybe I just need to reset my Twitch. There we go. All right, raid. Raidin'. Who we raidin'? Raidin' Mendari. Hell yeah, let's go raid Mendari. We love Mendari. Mendari is fun and awesome entertainment. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, Mendari is a friend of the channel. We hang out together, we play games, and more importantly, she does D&D and world building. So be sure to give her a follow, be sure to check her out, and yeah, I'll be sure to rest. Thank you so much. Look, guys, I'm gonna say this only once because I know self-care is super important. Please don't hesitate to tell me, hey Mike, go get a drink, hey, do a stretch, or take some rest. I know in the coming month I will need your support and your love. And you know, it's so valued. I cannot stress enough how much I love you guys and how much you guys really help me do all this cool stuff. So thank you again. Hope you guys have an amazing week. Until we meet again, as always, from me to you, game hard or die trying. Bye everyone.